Hello, and welcome back to Benson's Park. We're going to be playing Act 3 of Kentucky Route Zero, which finally came out, which is absolutely fabulous. I'm so excited. I decided what I wanted to do is I just wanted to play through the rest of Act 1 and Act 2, since I knew that the last time I made a video about this, it was a while back, and I was only barely finishing Act 1. So, yeah, that's kind of just what I wanted to do. I wanted to play Act 3 because I know people will probably be more interested in watching that than the old stuff, especially if the new stuff is in already. So if you haven't seen any of Act 1 or Act 2, like from what somebody else has done, practically, do I want sugar? Nah. I don't like this set. I don't want this set to be with Conway. Hold on, let me pause. If you haven't seen Act 1 or Act 2, practically all you miss is that Conway has yet to find Dogwood Drive, and I'm not sure if he ever will. His leg was broken in mineshaft collapse when he was looking for the Route Zero with Weaver's cousin. I forget her name, Shannon Marquez? I'm not sure. But we left off, I guess major plot point, Conway's getting his leg fixed, and we met this guy named Ezra and his older brother, who happens to be a falcon, who flew us to the woods where we found the doctor, and now Conway hopefully is going to be feeling a little bit better, but it looks like we're having a flashback right now to Lisette, who I think Conway likes, but I don't like Lisette because I like the other lady. But okay. That's what Ira used to say. I had a dream about him last night. I heard you yelling. I want to know more about the horses, because I know there's something that has to do with horses in the barn, and I want to know. You thought they were having bad dreams? I remember. Ira wouldn't hear it. Just horses. Those horses were troubled. Both of these are kind of awful. Let me just say, Althea chewed up the wood in the stalls. That's right. Charlie loved those horses. He'd sit on the roof and read his textbooks and watch them. He was so careful here. Or our roof was just in better shape than the one he fell from. I always told him to test each tile with a heel first. Charlie was always alone on that roof. That's kind of weird. If it's a heel, you can kick it back and still put your toe on something solid when the tile slips. I remember your lessons. You just wanted to study whatever it was called. Okay, who doesn't know what aviation... stupid people. I kind of want to say astronomy, because astronomy is cool. And you don't study aviation for a roof. That's it. How could I forget? He didn't listen. It wasn't his fault. I wouldn't say it was his fault. It wasn't anyone's fault, Conway. That's when you say that it's just an accident. A trash shame! An accident. Sure. Okay, maybe not. Lisette, I don't like you. Well, we have a mail order delivery today. Might be a long drive. I hope the truck can hold up. What makes you think so? I always like the best answers first. They said they couldn't come in person. Maybe just a shut-in. I didn't recognize the address. The order is all. I'm sure we can fill it. What's left back there? Guess that'll be the last. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's it. I guess it will be. The last act of Lisette's Antiques. What's the word? Death Route finale. Lisette. Maybe. Lisette's Antiques. Oh, that's sad. I don't like when small business goes out of business. It makes me sad. No, that's not the word. I just need to think a bit. More coffee or something. Or I think I've had too much. It's getting harder. It'll come to you. What's getting harder? I'm sorry. I can't even think that one anymore. It'll come to you. Maybe. I'm not sure anymore. It seems inevitable there will start to be wards that I'll lose forever. Where are all those boxes you set in the hallway? Are your clothes? I'm more interested in this, to be honest. Of course. Cora should be here soon. Will you wait with me? Sure, Liz. Oh, that seems more Conway to say. There's your traffic and weather on the 5, and that's every 10 minutes brought to you by Consolidation Power Company. Stick around for Old Kentucky Home with Kate, helping you turn your humble home into a mansion. After this. I think is Lisette like getting dementia or something? Maybe? Maybe she's growing old? Ah, Conway, why? Ah! Your leg! What the hell did you do with his leg? Did you amputate it? Maybe he's still on drugs. I'm gonna pretend he's still on drugs. Dr. Truman. That's only if you make a late payment on a follow-up visit. I think everything went well here that they'll only want to bill me for. Oh, he's awake. How do you feel? I'm not old! Old man. All fixed up. Truman says you might be a bit misty coming out of it, so... I was dreaming. What time was it? Nah, I was dreaming. Dr. Truman, that's unlikely. Neuropol TM is quite powerful. In fact, many patients report a sensation of lost time. Do you feel like you've lost time? Probably, yeah, I guess so. It's been about 2 hours. What have you been doing? Good. Dr. Truman, how about that leg? How's your leg feeling? Leon? Yeah, that's the important part. Yay, Shannon. Conway shifts his leg a bit in the chair, testing it. Well? No. That's Conway going crazy. That's him being pessimistic, and this is being more crazy. This is not... No, I mean, of course it's your leg. It doesn't feel like it belongs to me anymore. It's wrong. You replaced it, you crazy poop. I haven't encountered this reaction before, but it's not totally unheard of. I read a paper about something like this last year. It could happen for a lot of reasons. Neurological, psychological, social. I'm sure it won't persist in your case. Alright, whatever, man. Your thoughts and feelings are probably still a little nebulous from the Neuropol TM. That's totally normal. It'll pass. I wouldn't recommend driving at least for another hour or two regardless. Conway stares remotely at his leg. Thank you, Doctor. Dr. Sure. It's, let's talk about a few things you should be aware of. Recovery, rehabilitation, side effects. How long am I going to be recovering? Well, at your age, I want to be clear, you should expect lingering effects of the injury for more or less of the rest of your life. Don't immerse it fully in water, avoid extreme temperatures, I'd stay away from dusty roads and mountain lines as much as possible. Dusty roads or mountain lines? Am I more interested in what? Mountain lines? Yeah. Should be good advice. Oh, well, poop, I could have figured that out on my own. Best thing you can do is keep it clean and free of debris. How often do I clean it? Do I clean it with water? Only clean your leg with a soft cloth. Moisten with water or isopropyl alcohol. You'll definitely want to avoid abrasive agents like detergents or other stuff. Yeah, why the hell would I clean my leg with that? Well, do you have any questions? Anything about the bill? It didn't make sense? I don't mean to rush you, but I have an early fishing trip. Ah, yeah, that's one of the atypical clauses. I really don't have any control over the bill. Now that Consolidated Power Company bought my employer, they handle everything. Oh, I have to go back to those stupid people. So it all runs through our electricity bill now. You can pay it back in full in your next billing cycle, or you can get up an energy credit payment plan. You'll have to call Consolidated for more detail about that. I really don't understand how it works. Well, neither do I. Something about generating electricity sent back into the grid. Oh, one more thing. Don't be alarmed if you experience any side effects of the neuropol TM. Typically, we see daydreaming, deja vu, pensiveness, fugue states, irregular perception of time. About 15% of patients report a generalized sensation of lateness. Nothing to be alarmed about, just keep it in mind. Thanks for your help. She doesn't sound like that. I can't decide a voice for Shannon. Ezra, Julian's outside. We can head back to your truck. My leg! My leg! God, freaking weird. Act 3, Scene 1. Museum of Donuts. We're back at the crazy place. I don't want to ride the eagle again because I don't know how to. Oh, thank fuck. Alright. Shannon. Whoa! I run fast. So how are the drugs feeling you? Well, it's actually super bad. I don't like to take medicine. Street lights seem a bit brighter. Oh, like trails and tracers? Something like that. I understand what she means. My mom used to get that. She had migraines. My folks had a peculiar relationship with medicine. We almost never had a regular doctor, or health insurance, or anything like that. Our immigration stuff was a mess for most of my childhood, so we only qualified for state programs in small patches before something or other would get contested, and we learned to just pile on dentist appointments and stuff in those short windows. If a cut got infected or if her migraines were too much to handle, my mother would talk to so-and-so who knew so-and-so, usually another minor, end up with some pills. And instead of medical advice, every pill came up with gossipy, anecdotal warnings, and superstitions, like all this lore that came with it. Like magic, dangerous, mysterious. Ever run into any problems? Sure, yeah, stuff would be expired or mislabeled. Mom was allergic to penicillin, as it turned out. That was scary. And one time, in high school, we got these pills to help her focus. She was so smart, but always going off in different directions. Mind racing, like 5 conversations on in her head at once. Adderall! And you're lucky if you have one of them is with someone in the room, you know. Yeah, she's like some Adderall. Darn it, Weaver, you don't do that. So I had these pills, and they seemed to help. I was struggling in school, too, failing my history class. She offered to share the pills. At first, yeah, it helped a lot. Kind of presence and clarity of purpose that I never really had otherwise. I didn't want to stop taking them. One day, I was sitting in my bed, my notebook was open next to me on top of the textbooks, and I was holding a pen in my hand. I remember this moment from several years before. It came up so suddenly, with such precision, I couldn't put it out of my mind. I felt I had to stay with it until I recalled the whole thing perfectly. It was just a tiny nothing moment. My mom patching up the side of the bird cage, winding some spare wire around the frame to reinforce me. I was fixated on that image and that sound, the cage kind of bending and twangling as she worked on it, rapping and nodding, scraping copper against paint like blowing a rubber violin with a railroad tie. My parents came back from a triple shift and found me still sitting there on the edge of my bed, pen in hand, delirious with thirst, patching that birdcage with a 1,000-yard stare. I don't know where we're going now, to be honest. Conway, guess the rain stopped. Get some rest back there. I don't feel much rested myself. Yeah. No, we'll, now what? Dang, I can walk fast now. My leg is weird! So, what's the plan here? Head back to the 0, I guess. I could use a bite to eat. Yeah, head back to the 0. I don't know, should we get food? I feel like there could be something interesting if we get food. Talk to the clerk, use a bite to eat. What do you think? Well, we've got to get back to 0 and bring these documents back to the clerk at the bureau. Yes, we do have to go to the bureau. I'm just not sure how to get there. The entrance at the farmhouse is gone. Hey, I want to go back to the gas station. Let's go back to the gas station. Okay, worth a shot. Where the hell is the gas station? I don't know how to drive. Alright, so we have to go... Oh, there's Eckes Oils, right? Swiggity swag. If you hear any like weird squeaky noises in the background, don't be alarmed. Is that it? It's literally just me doing calf raises because I'm doing this while I'm standing and I just want to like get some calf donation. Oh, come on! The truck engine splutters and dies as Conway guides it carefully off the road next to a fallen tree. What? And I'm not traveling by bird. It's too hard.